All right, David, let's go to the other Game 7. Clippers, Nuggets tonight. Nuggets looking to take care of business at home. And don't forget, Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, he did something, flew out a few members of the Wall to support the Clippers, trying to have the fans there, see what they could bring. Well, it was the Nuggets fans who would be happy early with what they saw. Shot blocked there, but Aaron Gordon gets it back and then fires it out to Russell Westbrook, who hits the corner three, and the Nuggets take a 2-point lead. Then Denver up 1. Pass stolen, and Aaron Gordon throws it down. It's a 3-point lead now, halfway through the second, same score. Westbrook, against his former team, knocks down the 3. Nuggets with a 6-point lead. Then later in the second, still on top, Jokic, the and one, Nuggets with a 6-point lead still. Later in the second, 10-point game now. Off the block, Jamal Murray in transition, and he's going to go ahead and take this one straight in himself, coast to coast. First half, the Nuggets outscored the Clippers 20-4 in transition. Had a big lead, 11-point lead at the break. Early third, 8-point game. Jokic, the step-back jumper, and you see the little ticker on the top right. Go ahead and get that counter going because the Nuggets run just going to continue. They get a 5-0 run. Then next possession, Aaron Gordon. Okay, little reverse dunk, 7-0 run. Then 10 minutes to go. Same score, Michael Porter Jr. What say you from the corner? Splash. 10-0 run for the Nuggets, and they're still not done. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. It's another 3. They went on a 17-0 run, tied for the second longest run in a Game 7 in the last 25 postseasons. It is a 23-point lead. Then halfway through the third, that's right, we're still in the third. It's a 23-point game, and it's Jokic at the elbow. He's going to take it inside himself, draw the foul as well, and get the finish. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and the Nuggets were up 26 after the made free throw. I mean, they're just having fun now. The alley-oop there, Aaron Gordon, the fancy finish. He had a team-high 22, and they just blew it open. It was 93-66 after 3. Then watch this. Russ hanging on afterwards. Gonna get teed up for that. And do you think he cares? I think not. Telling the Clippers, get out of here, go home. 16 points for him against his former team. Nuggets win 120-101. Here's Jokic after the win.
I think that's the best description of us, finding the way to win a game, finding the player, finding the momentum, finding the stop, finding the basket when we need. So, a great series for us. We beat some great team. They're really talented. They have a lot of good pieces. They have great 2 players, and I'm just happy that in the end we won the game.
I knew coming into this, it felt like 7, and it deserved to be 7. That's what this series was. That's what it turned out to be. So just feel very blessed to come out, the victor.
Big victory for them in another game. Some more history for Nikola Jokic. He became the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double in a series that went the full 7 games. It's the 3rd time he's averaged a triple-double in a series, one shy of tying Magic Johnson for the most instances in NBA history. Now, the other side of this, the Clippers loss. Here's Kawhi Leonard after that.
I think we could have gave a better effort for sure. At the time, I don't think this team was 30 points better than this. We've seen it throughout the first 6 games of this series. But you got to give them credit. They came out and fought, ran hard in transition, got easy points, and they made shots.
When you lose, in the playoffs, it's tough, and so, I feel bad. Like I said, our players feel bad, and it's all you're thinking about is this game. Like I said, you're not thinking about the season. You're just thinking about, things you could have done better. It's frustrating to go out like this. And so if you want, like how I feel, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, they were mad. Apparently, maybe James Harden was as well. He did leave the arena without addressing the media. But the Clippers, they actually outscored the Nuggets in both the first and the fourth quarters. The bad news, though, those 2 quarters in between, because they were a mess. Denver won quarters 2 and 3 by 16 points each, making the Clippers the first team to ever be outscored by 15 points in multiple quarters.
The guest lineup is shaping up real nice. You guys don't want to miss this. So go out and grab your tickets now. The Nuggets crushed the Clippers. Don't let that 19-point victory throw you off. It was worse than that. They put the backups in, and the Clippers made a little run there. But 120 to 101, and the Nuggets move on to face the Thunder with a 4-3 series win over the Los Angeles Clippers. Tonight, I don't know what it is with James Harden, these Game 7s, Q and Ocho, but it didn't go well. He's now lost Game 7 with 4 different teams. Tonight, he was 2 of 8 for 7 points. With Philly, he lost to the Celtics, going 3 of 11, 9 points in 41 minutes. With Brooklyn, he lost to the Bucks, going 5 of 17, 29%. And with Houston, he lost to the Warriors, going 12 of 29. He did have 32 points, but it took him 29 shots to get it. I didn't think he was nearly aggressive tonight as he was in Game 6, Q, and it showed. What was he, 2 of 8, 1 of 4, 2 of 2 from the free throw line? He did have 13 assists, but they needed a Herculean effort. They needed him and Kawhi to play like they played in Game 6 in order to get them over the hump on the road in Game 7, and that didn't happen. What did you see that said, you know what, the Clippers just not where I think they should be right now? Q.
Man, for me, I think they just got blitzed tonight. I think, like you pointed out Harden's numbers, but I mean, he did have 13 assists, and this could have been like, if this was a competitive game, his numbers could have gone up. But obviously, we know, like you said, it was a blowout early on. And like, Joker didn't even go crazy. It was like the other guys, the supplemental guys, really came out, applied the pressure. Their tempo was up. The Clippers were flat, surprisingly, for a Game 7. They were flat. It looked like they didn't have it early on, and Denver mashed the gas and literally they just blew them out.
They looked good in the first quarter. They outscored. They had a 5-point lead heading into the second, and then Denver goes on and wins that quarter 37-21. And then they open the third on a 17-3 run, get it up to 17-3, and then get it up to 24-4, and they never look back from there. So between the second quarter and third quarter, the Nuggets outscored them 72-40. From down 5 to start at the end of the first, now you go to the fourth and you're down 27.
Yeah.
And it didn't look good. I agree with you, Q. You look at Aaron Gordon, played sensational. He's been playing sensational. Because even when Joker, there was one game he had a 14-point triple-double, and they blew the doors out of him. But you get six players in double figures. Russ off the bench again, an excellent night.
Hey,
27 minutes, 5 of 9.
Shout out to Brody.
Yeah, man, he played well. Christian Brown, 21 points. Jamal Murray, 16. Yoke, 16, 10, and 8. Michael Porter Jr. sighting tonight, 15. And Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's been doing a great job. He gets on the glass. He's scoring. He's doing a heck of a job on Kawhi Leonard. He's making Kawhi's hitting some shots, but he's making tough shots. And you live with that. If I can make you make them tough shots, them spinning fadeaways and all that, hey, Coach, he made a great play on me, but I'm right there with him. Yeah. Ocho, you watched this game from the Nuggets standpoint. What did you like about what you saw from the Nuggets tonight?
I mean, listen, I watched it from start to finish. The Nuggets dominated in every aspect of the game from the start to finish. The Nuggets, they were shooting 52% from the field. They out-assisted Clippers 24-16. They controlled the tempo. They had much more want to for it to be a Game 7. It seemed like the Clippers was flat. Like Q said, you got to want to be there. You got to want to play. Obviously, you got to win or you go home. They had no type of reassurance, like they really wanted to be there anyway. Michael Porter Jr. delivered a two-way masterpiece out there. Man, he had 15, 6-11 shooting, and 6 rebounds. But also the bench. Joker did his thing. Aaron Gordon did his thing. Westbrook brought energy. He only scored 9 points, but he brought energy.
No, he had 16.
Oh, he had 16?
5 of 9. Yeah, he had 16 points.
Yeah, 5 of 9 was 16. The bench did well too. But Westbrook energy though, but that do something for a team, man. When he coming in, he might have got a tech, but man,
that was intentional. What y'all talking about? That was intentional.
Yeah. Oh, he did it on purpose?
You didn't see what I saw? Yeah, he did that on purpose.
I thought he didn't want to let the rim go because he was gonna land on dude.
No, sir. That was intentional. You didn't see when he landed there. Yeah, give me the tech, and I don't care. Get him the beat up out of here, and other obscenity. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Russ is the emotional dude, the passionate dude. Right. I loved it.
Yeah. You look. If Russ is on your team, you got to ride the roller coaster. because you know it's going to be ups and down, Q's. They're going to be highs and they're going to be lows, and you're just going to have to ride that wave. Some days he's going to give you this, and then some days you're going to be like, damn, Russ, slow. Can you slow it down? Like, okay, have one energy drink, not 4. And you know, because he gets out of control because he plays so hard on both ends of the court. And he's going to give you, that's one thing you'll never have to worry about. Russell Westbrook is cheating you. You're going to get your money's worth. Now, like I said, and you got to ride it. Tonight, he was what they needed. What was that game that they won on the road? And they ended up, what's old boy, Aaron Gordon dunked it home. Russ provided the energy in that game. I like this. Look, it's going to be a very interesting series now with the Thunder and the Nuggets. Nuggets have been there before. The Thunder's been the best team in the Western Conference all year. Everybody wanted to see, well, when they play somebody that's been there with experience, let's see how they shape up. But looking at this game, the Clippers, you know when you go on the road, bro, you got to take it. They're not going to give it to you because it's their fans. You got to get the crowd out of it. If you don't get the crowd out of it and they mess around and get a lead on you, all of a sudden the roof's going to explode and it's just an avalanche. Boom. Colorado avalanche. And it just swells. It just swells on you. And I'm like, bro, and T. Lue tried to get a timeout, but I think what happened, T. Lue did something very interesting in Game 6. He inserted Nicholas Batum to start the second half. Now you're out of tricks. He put Derrick Jones Jr. in the starting lineup for Chris Dunn. But at some point in time, they're like, okay, this is going to be our adjustment. When Nicholas Batum is in there, because he didn't have near the impact that he had in Game 6 because it caught him by surprise. They didn't make that same mistake tonight in Game 7 because they know when he comes in, knowing that if it wasn't Batum, it's probably going to be somebody else other than Chris Dunn because Chris Dunn is more of a defensive guy than an offensive guy, and they want space. They want space for Kawhi. They want space for James Harden. But for whatever reason, James Harden was not nearly necessary. But if you look at these numbers, Q, nobody really aggressive. Kawhi only had 13 shots in 33 minutes.
And that's why I say we can't be that critical of Harden for having, only 8 shots, but he had, like I say, having 13 assists. You cannot be aggressive and have 13 assists out there. Like James was playing, he was making plays, and this is, like I say, because of, like you say, the lead swelled and it became such a blowout, it kind of takes away from him his chance to go out there because James Harden is the point guard. So him having 13 assists, he's out there doing his job because he was out there finding people and making plays and making things happen. It's not like he's 2 for 8 and isn't doing anything else. He had 13 assists and 5 or 6 rebounds. He was out there playing, but the blowout robbed him of his chance to accumulate and go out there and get aggressive later in the game, whereas where he come out, people may say he should have came out being aggressive as opposed to trying to get guys into the game. But I feel like he came out playing a pass-first game, trying to get his teammates going and saying, like, I can get my game off whenever, but that I can get my game off whenever it didn't come because the blowout came too quick.
Look. Go ahead, Ocho.
Listen, based on what we saw tonight from the Nuggets, I know the Clippers didn't show up, they didn't play well, but based on what we saw tonight and them having to play the
Thunder on Sunday.
In a 7-game series, how dangerous do you see the Nuggets team now that the bench? We know what the starting 5 could do. Now that the bench is contributing the way they are, what chance do you have against them, against the Thunder?
Well, the thing is, Russ is mainly the bench. They don't get a whole lot. DeAndre Jordan really doesn't play a lot. He played tonight. Yoke got in foul trouble in the third quarter, and he came in there, but he doesn't normally play a lot. Every once in a while, they'll insert Peyton Watson, and he mainly plays. But for the most part, they play 5 guys. That's what they play. They play 5 guys. They run their starters, and they play Russ. Russ will get extended minutes, and Peyton Watson will come in anywhere between 10 and 15. If things are going really well, he might play hit 20. But for the most part, they run their starters, and that's what you do. We ain't got no deep rotation. What you mean rotation? Guys gonna be playing. Tell them, Q. Guys gonna be playing somewhere between 38 and 42 minutes on a nightly basis. As you go further, they play more.
Hey, respectfully, I just felt like moving forward, like whether Denver won or lost this series or whatever happened, I felt like when they fired Michael Malone, that they weren't serious about competing for a championship. We all are former athletes, fellas. When have we seen a team that's serious about trying to win a championship fire their coach, who also won them their only championship in franchise history 3 games before the playoffs begin.
Wow.
I've never seen that my entire time in the NBA. I've never heard of that. I mean, you guys can correct me if it happened in football, but I've never seen that. And some team go on and not now. You do have Joker, who was all world, one of the top 2-3 guys on the planet and playing. And